Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another live stream. I'm really excited to be here. I'm going to get some housekeeping out of the way while we wait for people to join us. Last week we were meant to have a live, but things kind of kept unfolding in my own journey and I had to reschedule. So thank you guys so much for your patience, your support, and all of that. I appreciate it. So a couple of housekeeping notes. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, if you're vibing with me and want me to tap into your energies, I am running a sale until the end of the month. So we're at the end of the month. So on August 31st, that's going to be the last day of the sale, $10 off the full spreads and the half spreads. So do make sure that you get your bookings in soon. Also, next month is my birthday month. So we're going to have a September giveaway near the end of the month. So make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for that. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Also, if you guys are interested, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Susan Dawn Spiritual on both. We have some goodies going on, going up every day, or try to have some goodies going up every day, including some pick-a piles as well. Not video pick-a piles, just like regular pick-a piles. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Hi, Ruth. How are you guys? Welcome, everybody. Make sure you say hi. Hi, Irene. Hello, hello. So before we get started, something interesting happened. I was getting out my After Tarot deck, and I don't use this deck very often, but I saw that these two cards were kind of stuffed into the After Tarot deck. And what's interesting about this is it's the Hermit and the Ace of Swords, and I feel like this is kind of what is happening within the collective. This could either be for you or for your divine masculine. Take it as it resonates, as always. But it feels like there's a lot of introspection going on, possibly even for the first time, a lot of reflection, a lot of even looking deep within themselves, looking deep within the shadow sides of the self, taking accountability, really kind of seeing like shifting perspectives to get the truth and the clarity that is going to, I'm hearing, lead you to victory, but that is going to provide what you need for the next stage of your evolution, for the next stage of your own soul's growth. It's that shift in consciousness, that shift in perspective, because if you've been in that stagnant energy for too long, the universe is going to push you out of it with a tower moment. So I feel like this is what's happening. Possible tower moments have happened for one or both of you, and you're really going into hermit mode, really kind of closing out your circle as you close out that cycle, and you're gonna get victory from this clarity. But this is truth. This is truth being revealed through this wisdom and through this going within. So it's this was a message that had to come out. It's interesting that I was called to the After Tarot deck, so that was really interesting. Hi, Charlotte. It has rejuvenated me. Yeah. You felt like you were grieving again all over again last week. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah. Last week with me and my divine counterpart, I'm not going to be talking about him a lot on the channel out of respect. At least for the near future. I don't know where we are. I don't know where we're going. He has asked for space, and I'm respecting that and giving it to him. So I'm not going to be talking about him on the channel, except to say for the last week, we were really in a place of harmony and joy with each other. We were really communicating really well, being emotionally vulnerable and intimate with one another. And it just felt good to be centered in that friendship. It just felt good to be where we were. And we had some honest conversations about my feelings. We had some honest conversations about his feelings as well that provided me with much needed clarity over the confusion I'd been feeling for the past 2 years. So that was good. I felt really grounded and anchored into our friendship and being able to provide him that. But we spent the majority of the weekend together. I'm very tired. I didn't get much sleep this weekend. But some things kind of hit the fan. It was like a power struggle. If you guys watched the daily energy draw today, it was kind of like a power struggle, and there was a lot of issues around control. I think it was popping up for him, popping up for me, where I just feel surrendered. I feel really surrendered. My issue in control was wanting to constantly fix things and help, and I'm acknowledging that I can't do that for him. I can be there for him. I can hold space for him, give him what he needs, the space that he's asking for, and love him as much and as deeply as I do. But I can't fix things for him. I can't change things for him. And that is, the divine feminine energy is nurturing and caring, But the divine feminine is sometimes taking that step back, not taking that action, because that is what the divine masculine is meant to do. And as they step into that divine masculine role, they understand that it's all about taking action for themselves, getting out of their ego mind, getting out of that distorted control, which is about manipulation, which is about trying to control the experience or the connection or other people's emotions or other people's perception of them. That's the distorted masculine view. The divine masculine is really about stepping into their power, taking action, and leadership, being authentically them. But the ego has to dissolve for that to happen. So that's where things get a little bit difficult, especially with the tower moments. That's where things can get emotionally rough. Exalted light, yeah, I'm sorry things were so rough for you last week. That's what's happening is tower moments so that we continue to purge, so that we do step into our divine power. But in order to do that, you have to dissolve the ego. And even if you think that you've healed the ego, spiritual ego has a way of slipping into that door, and that is very, very hard to get rid of. It's very hard to dissolve. But that's what we're doing. We are really silencing the ego, healing the ego, dissolving the ego, so that we listen more fully to our heart and let our hearts guide us. Irene, yeah, July, July was tough. July was transformative though, and I feel like some of that energy trickled into August. There's something about September that is bringing in something. It feels more grounded. It isn't like an earth energy, but it is more grounded. It feels more naturally stable rather than forcing that stability. It feels more naturally stable. And then after Virgo season, we have Libra season, which is all about balance and partnership and creating harmony. So I feel like the energies that we've had, especially the past few months, have been really transformative and causing us to shift into this energy. So what's happening now is it feels like we're moving into more balance. So any of the energies, like this is integration time, any of the energies that we were experiencing, it's going to feel more balanced. It's going to be more balanced. All right, you guys. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a reading, and then we'll just stick around for a chat and see where we are in time. I do like to cap this at about an hour. So I think I'm going to use this deck. I was going to use the After Tarot, but I think I'm just going to use the Golden Universal Tarot. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull some cards and see what messages we have based on the energies. I do think that what is happening is collective from some other readers that I've seen who are going through tower moments as divine masculines. So it's really interesting. Hi, DR. So it's really interesting to see what's happening. I think what happened is as the divine feminine is stepping into their predominant divine feminine role, and we've been talking about this on the past few divine partnership readings, especially in some channeled messages. I think what is happening is as the divine feminine step into the predominant feminine role, now the divine masculine is stepping into the divine masculine role. And if they weren't ready, it's almost like if they were resisting it in any way, it's almost like the universe was pushing them into it with these tower moments, pushing them into it more fully. For me, I've been stepping into the divine feminine role over a couple of weeks. And then all of a sudden I had that massive, grief-filled weekend where it was just one thing after another. And I just didn't have the coping mechanisms and it was so difficult. But I completely surrendered. And that surrender led to this transformation where I just feel at peace. Even as things are kind of hitting the fan with my divine masculine, he is not happy with me at the moment. I still feel so much love for him and so much peace and just trusting in the divine. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea if we're ever going to come back together. But it's just the love that I still hold for him. And that love is pure. No matter what he says, that love is pure. And I'm just holding space for him and holding my love for him. I think that is what's happening with the divine masculines. My divine masculine stepped into his divine masculine role last week. He was completely changed. He was beautiful before, but this was like, I could see the evolution in him. He was just so communicative and clear and just, it felt like confidence. It just felt like confidence. Like he knew who he was and he knew where he was going. And he just, it was just beautiful. And then it felt like we both reverted a little bit this past weekend with some more healing energies and triggers and challenges and all that stuff. But that's what it feels like. It just feels like like a huge kaboom power struggle, a huge kaboom tower moment that is coming in, and just anything that is left. That's what they're telling me. Anything that is left is just coming in and kablooey. Like it's just blowing it up. It's blowing everything up that isn't serving. Because it's time. It is time. You have already stepped through that doorway that we've been channeling. You've already stepped through that doorway. And now it's just time just to let go of the baggage. Hermit mode triggers tower moments. Yep. All I can say is be kind to yourself. Be really gentle. Self-care, self-nourishment. Just be really gentle, really patient with yourself as either you or your counterpart is going through what they're going through. Compassion and love for yourself, and compassion and love for your divine counterpart, no matter what is happening on the external. And I know how painful it can look on the external. Just keep coming back to the love that you hold for yourself and for your counterpart, because that is the truth. That's what's real. And you're always going to feel that same undercurrent of love. That is the only thing that matters in your connection. That's the only thing that matters. The finances, the careers, the pain, the triggers, the challenges, the family, the karmic situations or karmic relationships, that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the love, that undercurrent of love, and how you keep coming back to forgiveness, how you keep coming back to harmony. Love is the only thing that matters. It truly, truly is. 1111, yeah, 211 where I am. That's good. Cool. Cool. Not some triggers yet. All right, so let's get some, six, okay. All right, I don't know if I want to take that. I'm going to point out that the Six of Cups just popped out and the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to give it another shuffle because it popped out strangely. But if there's any messages there that you guys want to intuit for yourself, feel free to, if that's a message for you. Okay. Spirit, what's going on with this collective? What is going on? Okay, so the moon just came out. What I'm actually hearing is secrets coming to light. Secrets coming to light. Now, this is not nefarious secrets. It's not secrets like this, like that kind of secret. It's not that kind of secret. It's secrets like shadow side, lessons to be learned, things that you were holding back from. Yourself that you were holding back from. It's that kind of thing that's coming to light. And they're also showing me the path there. It's like now you've walked through the doorway and you're on the path. So now it's about illuminating the path. Keep following the path because that's your heart. Your heart is on the path. Your heart is on the right path. And so what you're going to be doing on this in this next stage of evolution is revealing more and more of your soul self, revealing more and more of your truth. And sometimes it is going to look like triggers. Sometimes it is going to be difficult, but that's about standing in your power. That's about knowing who you are. And that's about letting what needs to be revealed, what needs to be unearthed, the things that you have kept hidden for so long. That's about bringing it up to the surface so that you don't hold on to it anymore. That's the old paradigm. The old paradigm is all about suppression. The old paradigm is all about holding back from who you truly are. The old paradigm is all about suppression of love for others and for self, based on past patterns, based on past beliefs, based on old beliefs and stories that you were telling yourself. That's the old, and that's what we have to let go of. And that's the secret, the truth that is coming to light here. Hi, Paula. I'm so glad you came. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, everybody. I really love this community. All right, so let's see what else. Yeah, this guarded energy, that's what has to be let go of, especially in this new paradigm. This guardedness isn't serving you anymore. This holding so fast. Now, this could also be in the material realm. This could also be holding too fast to finances, holding too fast to people, holding too fast to situations or beliefs or patterns or things. However it's resonating for you, that's the old cycle. You can build a new foundation based on light. You can build a new foundation based on truth. This is not truth. This is not opening you up to the flow of love because you're blocking your heart that way. You're just guarding your heart. You have everything. You have those pentacles over your heart. And when you are guarded like this, You can neither receive nor can you give, nor can you truly give. You might think that you're being generous with your pentacles, but you're not open to the full flow of love. And so you're blocking love, you're blocking your abundance, you're blocking your growth. You're just blocking yourself by being in this very guarded energy. But with this moon card, with things being shed, with light being shed, you have an opportunity to build a new foundation for yourself. 4 is being a number of foundation. You have the opportunity to let the pentacles fall where they may, to not control, to not be so constricting and restricting and controlling of your pentacles. Again, pentacles is a very earthy energy. Pentacles is physical manifestations. So it's about not controlling your physical manifestations, your world in the 3D physical realm, but also from your heart, because the heart is the bridge. The heart is where you manifest into your physical world. It's as within, so without. So whatever it is that you hold within, whether that's conflict or whether that's peace, that is going to manifest in your physical world. And you have a choice here to open up your heart. You take it as it's resonating for you. Queen of Cups. It's interesting. What they just pointed me, 2 cups at the bottom. What they just pointed me to was almost like a pairing here. Almost like this is divine counterparts. Almost like, hey, Kay. Guys, welcome my moderator, Kay. Thanks for being here, Kay. It's almost like, oh boy, it's almost like this is the divine masculine energy, especially what I've been personally experiencing this week. But I know that others in the collective have been experiencing the same thing. Also, this could be coming for you guys. Remember, energy is fluid, that everybody is at the point in the path where they need to be. So this could have happened for you in the past few weeks. This could be happening for you now, or I could be channeling ahead for you. So take it as it's resonating for you. But I feel like this is divine masculine and this is divine feminine energy, where the divine feminine is still in her compassionate, nurturing energy, where she still has this cup of love to offer, even through this blocked heart, because her heart, she has come to this place where her heart is completely unguarded. But she also knows that she can't break through this wall, that the masculine has to lay down the sword, so to speak. That masculine has to lay this down himself. But all she can do, because that was part of the control that she had to let go of. We talked about this in the beginning. That was part of the control that she had to let go of, was not taking so much action, not being respectful, being nurturing, being loving, but holding that space for what the masculine needs, what the masculine is asking for. It's all about flow. The divine feminine is an energy of complete flow and receptivity, taking action when is necessary, because you hold both energies within you. You hold both the masculine energy and the feminine energy. So sometimes the divine feminine does step into that masculine energy of leadership and action, but her predominant energy, her natural energy, is flow. And that's where you guys are one. That's where you guys are connected. That's where you guys are open to the flow. And just like in the daily energy draw, and just like in the past few weeks I've been channeling, it's that infinity sign, where it's just a constant flow of masculine and feminine energy between you two. That is union. And I had not channeled that before. That's what they're channeling to me now. It's that infinite love, the infinity sign. It's the masculine and feminine energy constantly flowing between you two. The give and receive, because that is the masculine energy and feminine energy. It's that give and receive energy. So that's interesting. And I feel like that is what is shifting. That is what's transforming right now. Okay, let's get... actually, you know what? I'm going to go on to the after tarot. There's something there. So let me get a few shuffles and see what's going on. I have all the compassion in the world for him, but knew I needed to pull back. Went to the beach for 4 days to ground myself. Yeah. Well, number one, kudos to you for having the wherewithal for self-care. That's amazing that, you're being compassionate and kind to yourself, giving yourself what you need. But yeah, you have to take care of yourself. Okay, so here's the thing. And I realized this weekend, when my divine masculine and I were kind of in a power struggle over a situation. The divine feminine is not a doormat. The divine feminine, in her feminine power, knows to speak up for herself, knows her value, knows her worth, and she stands her ground when it's necessary. She is open to flow. She's open to receiving. But the divine feminine, in her divine feminine energy, will not be walked over. will not be talked down to, will not be demeaned. Receiving and nurturing and open and abundant, yes, and abundant and love, always willing to love, but not in the distorted place. The distorted place is really about give to the sacrifice of the self. Divine Feminine, in her natural divine feminine power, will not sacrifice herself, will not put somebody else's needs above her own, especially when those needs are vital to her own well-being. That is the difference between the distorted feminine and the divine feminine. It's about that balance. It's about knowing the worth and about that balance. So that's something that's really important. We can have all the compassion and love for our divine masculines, or anybody really in the world, but what it comes down to is standing strong in who you are and not sacrificing yourself. It is not. It's not following people just to make people happy. It's really standing true in your power. It's really standing true in who you are, but doing it from a compassionate and loving nature. That is the divine feminine energy. Standing strong, but with love and compassion within the heart. So I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Got a yes from Kay. Kay, I know you and I talked about that. Thank you for being there. So basically what I was saying, Lori, was good for you for knowing what you needed and pulling back when what you needed. I will say that my divine masculine told me that he needed space rather than just disappearing, as had been his pattern. And I was so grateful and appreciative of that. That was beautiful to see. And then shit hit the fan, but that's okay. that's okay. Because that's what he needed too. You know, he's feeling emotions and needs to, I guess, get those emotions out. And I'm a safe place for him to do that. I am, and I always will be, because of the love that I have for him. And yeah. Okay. I know I'm talking a lot about myself, you guys. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, but you know, I don't share anything that I don't think will be helpful to the collective, because I'm guided to share. You guys know that this is how it works and how it's always kind of worked for me. So I appreciate you understanding that. Okay, Spirit, what's going on? Let's get some messages here. What's going on with the collective? Divine Masculine, I'm here. Divine Masculine. All right, we'll talk about the Divine Masculine. What's going on with the Divine Masculine this time? That's too many. Divine Masculine. This deck doesn't want to be viewed. Oh, there's one. There's two. Okay. Okay. So we have the Four of Swords, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. What I'm actually hearing is what's happening. All of this, what's happening is the masculine is doing a lot of healing work at this time, really going within. The Hierophant card can be a card of commitment, but so they might, for some, this is a message for some in the collective, they might actually be considering, and I feel like this is an earth-shattering thing for them, like it's shattering a belief for them. They might actually be considering commitment. And there might have been some past pain. I don't usually pick up on third-party karmic relationships, but for the past few days, so this might be for somebody specific that needs to hear this. But it feels like there was some kind of a relationship, and this could be past pain, past relationships, or it could be a current relationship where they are unhappy and understanding that they were unhappy, understand that they had their heart broken, and so they kind of shied away from this connection. But what I'm hearing is that they're trying to move towards this connection, or at least considering this connection, healing that past pain or the current relationship, whatever it is that's causing them that pain, whatever it is that's causing them that turmoil, and understanding that this connection brings them peace, brings them joy, brings them stability, brings them happiness, that they are happy when they are with their divine feminine, and that they are unhappy when they're without their divine feminine. They're understanding not just the material relationship, the physical relationship, the 3D relationship of this connection, but that the higher perspective. That's what I'm getting from the greater message for this collective with the Hierophant, is that they are having, so sometimes it's commitment, so they might be moving towards commitment, considering commitment, healing past pain around commitment, and that might have been why they feared commitment before. But the greater message I'm getting is that they're having some kind of an awakening. This could be spiritual awakening. This could be a shift in consciousness. This could be next level soul growth. This could be, like we talked about, that clearing out of that soul sludge that they had to get rid of. But what's happening is with the Nine of Pentacles, masculine energy here, even though it's displayed as feminine and it sometimes has an energy of more feminine energy, take it as it's resonating for you. It could be the masculine energy within you. But they are coming to a place of more stability. This isn't the 10 of Pentacles. This is a 9 of Pentacles. It's almost like the divine feminine, they know through her value, through her worth. So the King of Pentacles, it's interesting. The King of Pentacles is holding a pentacle, right? He is the ultimate. Queen of Pentacles too, so take it whichever way. It doesn't matter, queen or king. They're holding pentacles. It's almost like the divine masculine is seeing the divine feminine has that last pentacle to make them happy. But what's happening now is they're going through the progress of this shift in consciousness, going through the progress of this soul growth, this awakening, to get more stability, to get more balance, to be more abundant, to be more grounded in the physical plane. And they are moving towards commitment, towards their divine feminine, because they know that she has that final pentacle. But it's this energy of progression being made, healing being done, because they are gaining more stability. Now, this is not just within their physical life, even though these are pentacles, it's also within themselves. They're feeling more grounded within themselves, feeling more confident within themselves, learning to trust themselves. I'm also hearing learning to value themselves. They're learning their worth in this healing energy. That's part of the shift in consciousness that's happening. I'm also hearing that's part of the tower moment that's happening, is they're understanding their worth, they're understanding their value, and they are becoming more grounded, more secure, more stable in that energy. And as they become more stable within, as they become more stable in that energy, they're going to become more stable without, in their physical abundance, in their relationships, in their family life, their home life, in their careers, because it all manifests without, as within, so without. We talk about that all the time. But they're also understanding that in order to get that 10th pentacle, that 10 of Pentacles, their divine feminine is holding that. She has that beautiful, big, golden pentacle. That's the divine feminine holding that and holding space. It's not like she's holding it ransom, like the divine masculine can have it at any time. Like she's not holding it ransom. She's just holding space. She's holding it as that offer to the divine masculine. This is myself that I'm offering to you. And, that's him becoming more understanding of what commitment means, what this connection means, what this relationship means. And that's the healing work that he's doing at this time. And you see, it's no coincidence, the decks that we're using. Do you see how that's a divine feminine offering peace and compassion and love as he's healing? This is the divine feminine holding space for her divine masculine, offering love and compassion and nothing less. All right, let's see what other messages we get. What else is happening within this connection? Now I'm going to move on to another deck. I don't usually do these many decks, but I'm going to use the Tattoo Tarot deck. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was saying. That's that one final pentacle, right? That's that new beginning. That's what the divine feminine in her queen, king energy, whatever you want to call it, that's what she's holding. She's holding this Ace of Pentacles. She's holding that one pentacle for the new beginning. And like, again, she's not like, it's not like an ultimatum. She's not holding it ransom. She's not holding it hostage. She is holding space. She's waiting in a positive energy, in a compassionate, loving energy for the divine masculine, saying, we're doing this together. We have the opportunity to do this together, to have this new beginning together in complete harmonious union, in complete harmonious partnership. And you're gaining stability. And again, this is divine feminine too. You can switch the roles. It's just the healing that the divine masculine is going through. That's why we're talking about it now. But divine feminine, this can switch for you too. You can be in this stable, positive, abundant energy. You can be in this, grounded energy and waiting for the divine masculine, who is holding your 10th pentacle. Like, you have it for each other. It's not one or the other. It's not like a superiority thing. This is equal partnership. You're holding the pentacle for each other. Divine masculine is holding the 10th pentacle for the divine feminine. The divine feminine is holding the 10th pentacle for the divine masculine. And together you have, in the 3D physical realm, bringing union down to the 3D physical realm, you have that complete abundance. It's not the 10 of cups. The 10 of cups is emotional fulfillment. It's complete happiness, but it's still like the 10 of cups for me is like an energy of like the 5D, the spiritual realm. The 10 of pentacles is bringing that down, that happiness and that fulfillment down into the physical realm. And that's where this is. That's what we're talking about now. This is in the physical. This is commitment. This is harmony. This is working together. This is partnership. This is pure divine love, no longer fighting each other, no longer resisting this, no longer having that guarded heart, no longer withdrawing your emotions or keeping your emotions to yourself, no more keeping these secrets. This is being open in loving energy towards each other as you move towards the 10 of Pentacles together, because that's what this partnership is. It's all about together, being together, working together, spiritually and otherwise. It's not the relationship that you knew before. It's not the physical 3D relationships that had perhaps caused heartbreak in the past. This is first and foremost a spiritual connection. And as such, you have to look at it through a lens of spirituality. You have to look at it through a lens of love. Look at each other through a lens of divinity, loving each other, accepting each other, appreciating each other. What else do you have to say? And then I think we're going to get some romance angels, and maybe if you guys like the lyrics deck, I'll pull a message from the lyrics deck, see what you guys are saying to each other, and then we'll see if there's any other channeled messages as we chat. Any other messages? Queen of Swords. And the Lovers. Okay, so here's what I'm getting from this. And the Queen of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. So here's what I'm getting from this. One or both of you. Okay, two things. And take it as it resonates, because I'm not picking up on specific energies. One of you is in your Queen of Swords energy, where you might be harsh and biting with your words, might be lashing out, kind of like an off with your head energy, kind of like that. But that's healing, that's growth. It's that lashing out, not because you want to cause the other person pain, but because you're in pain yourself. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. And it's to do with this connection, because we have the Lovers here, really struggling with this connection. This could be divine masculine, or it could be you. Take it as it resonates, especially if you pulled back. The other energy that I'm getting, the other part of you, it's like you're both in Queen of Swords energy, because the other energy that I'm getting is that one of you is also in the high vibrational Queen of Swords energy, where you are standing your ground, where you're speaking your truth, where you're, how do I say this? You're guarded and defensive, but not like in a negative way. You're just standing your ground. You're just standing up for yourself. You're just it's an energy of here I am. I know myself. This is what I'm doing. This is who I am. This is what I'm saying. This is blunt and direct communication. This is honesty. This is vulnerability. This is clear, concise communication. So take the role as it resonates for you. But it's like both of you are in your Queen of Swords energy, where one of you might be lashing out and biting back, and the other one is just standing your ground. But it has to do with this connection. And the energy that I'm getting is this is transforming the connection because of this healing energy. I don't know where it went. Because of this healing energy, this awakening to more stability towards your new beginning. This is transforming your connection. This is grounding the energy, grounding the relationship in the 3D. It's just tower. It's just a tower moment. It's just a tower moment that you'll move through. But it's communication. The key here is communication. Yes, no sugarcoating, speaking truth and expressing without fear. Absolutely. Expressing yourself without fear. No more walking on eggshells. No more, people pleasing. No more holding yourself back because you're afraid. You cannot be afraid. Now, things can be said in a very loving, nurturing manner, but it's no more being afraid of standing up for who you are. No more being afraid of saying what it is that you mean to say. No more being afraid of being who you are in all of your glory, because that is what we're doing, not just aside from this connection. That's what we're doing as we're ascending. We are remembering who we are. That is what ascension is all about. It's soul growth. And that's what this connection is truly about, soul growth. But the beautiful thing about this connection is, yes, it's soul growth, and yes, it's evolution, and yes, it's stepping into mission work, but it's doing it together. It's doing it as partners. It's doing it in a relationship, knowing that, yes, you're two individuals, but you can also be in this partnership. You can also be in this committed relationship, knowing that all the bullshit that you experience in those past relationships don't matter. It's about doing it together in partnership, in harmony, through love. Most importantly, through that place of love. Lori, I let him go 30 years ago until 2 years ago we saw each other. Yeah. Just keep holding strong in your truth. Just keep holding strong in your truth and your own soul growth, because that is truly what this relationship is about. And understand that he's going to be going through soul growth as well. And so it's about understanding and appreciating where they are, respecting where they are, but also respecting where you are. I'll give you guys an example for myself. I'm actually being called to say this. You know, I really struggled over the past 2 years because I have these very strong romantic feelings for my divine counterpart. And he kept saying that he just needed to be friends. And didn't act like friends. We did not always act like friends, which would cause a lot of confusion for me. But over the past 3 months, I've been releasing that and learning from that and shifting my perspective around our whole entire relationship. Over the past, I'm going to say 2 or 3 weeks, as I shifted into my divine feminine energy, it was because I shifted into this place of appreciation, into this place of acceptance of our connection, understanding that maybe someday we'll have everything that I want. And even if we don't, I'll be okay because of the love that I have for him, regardless. But it was about appreciating the present moment. It was about appreciating the connection. It was about appreciating him, and where he is as well, respecting where he is. And that changed everything for me, because I realized that I could really accept that. Now, what I'm not okay with is feeling like I need to suppress my emotions. I will never do that. I will never do that for anybody. I will never do it again, because I'd done that in the past. It's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about respecting where both of you are. And so the point I'm trying to make is, don't don't be afraid to have the feelings that you're feeling. You don't have to suppress yourself. You don't have to suppress your emotions. It's not about that. It's about knowing yourself, trusting yourself, being yourself, feeling what it is that you're feeling, and not denying yourself what you're feeling, because then you're just holding yourself back, and that doesn't serve anybody. But for me, I have to balance my feelings for him with the friendship that we have. And that had been getting easier and easier. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not where we are right now, but that had been getting easier and easier because I was just in a place of appreciation and, just being in the present moment. There were moments of confusion, yes, because of those feelings were coming to the surface again. But it's, you know, part of having a connection like this is being open and honest with your feelings. And if your divine counterpart does not make you feel accepted or safe with those feelings, then you both have some work to do. You both have some communication to do. You both have some growing to do, because no matter what the feelings are between you, it should not be an elephant in the room. No matter what the feelings are between you, you should always be able to acknowledge your emotions. You should always be able to express those emotions in a healthy manner. And you should both be able to respect each other and where you are together at the same time. Okay. Hold on, let me catch up. I used to be impulsive and to a point where out of fear I was suppressing my emotions and not expressing myself with my DM out of fear of being overwhelming or scaring him. Yeah, I think all divine feminines really do the same thing. We suppress our emotions, we suppress ourselves because we don't want to scare the divine masculines away. But you have to look in the mirror yourself. You have to ask yourself, okay, why am I afraid to express myself? Why am I holding myself back here? Why am I so afraid of scaring him away? And that's just your own fear of rejection. That's just your own fear of abandonment. You cannot be afraid to express yourself. You cannot be afraid to really acknowledge your own emotions, and you shouldn't be afraid to acknowledge your emotions with them when you get to that point in your relationship. Acknowledge where you are, acknowledge where they are, always. But if you're at a point in your relationship where you are being vulnerable and open and honest with one another, then you should feel safe to express yourself, no matter what. And both of you should be listening to each other and accepting of each other and where you are. It's trial and error. This is a relationship. It's really trial and error, and really, learning from the experiences that you have with one another. It's really about respect. That's what it comes down to, really respecting one another. Lori, I'm a writer, so I completely get that writing helps. Yeah, journaling out your feelings so that you don't let it sink and bottle up inside. You have to get your emotions out one way or another, whether it's through the arts like music or painting or writing, or whether it's through writing a letter and maybe never sending it, or maybe you are sending it, talking to a trusted friend or a therapist or somebody on this journey who understands the crazy, wild roller coaster of this journey. You have to get your emotions out there. That paradigm of suppressing yourself, of suppressing your emotions, that's done. It's over. We're out of that energy. You have to express yourself and be willing to express yourself, whether at least to yourself, if not to others, at least to yourself. It's all about going within and, in essence, holding yourself accountable, being self-aware enough to know that, okay, this is what I'm feeling. I need to acknowledge what I'm feeling, and I need to understand what I'm feeling. Susan's my rock in the twin flame room. I don't know about that. I've had a lot of mistakes on this journey too. All right, we're going to use some romance angels and just get just channel some messages from the romance angels. Spirit, what do you have to say? What do you have to say about this? We got heart-to-heart conversations and worth waiting for. They're calling me to on the bottom of the deck. So hold on is what I'm getting. Hold on. Not in that negative energy of waiting around, waiting for your divine counterpart, still moving forward with your life, still living your life, still feeling happiness and love and vibrancy for your life. But knowing this is that holding space energy, this worth waiting for card. This is that holding space energy of loving your divine counterpart, no matter where you are in the journey, no matter where your external situation has brought you. This is about holding space through that love, through that compassion, just loving them, period, purely divinely. Heart-to-heart conversations might also be coming, might also already be had. Keep talking. There's Lost in Austin. I'm a Jane Austen fan, and Lost in Austin is kind of like a spoof or spinoff, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what you call it, but it's about Jane Austen. And there's a beautiful line in it, and she goes, keep talking, because from the talking comes the loving, from communicating, from expressing yourself. And that's all communication is. Communication is expressing yourself honestly and truthfully. From the talking comes the loving, because from the talking and the communication and the expression of self comes the understanding. That's where you understand one another. So these heart-to-heart conversations is vital. And you guys, I'll tell you, it was so different last week with my divine counterpart. We were really helping each other. He was there for me. I was there for him. We were listening to each other. We were hearing each other. But more than that, we were understanding each other, direct in our communication, and vulnerable and intimate in a way we had never been before. And it was beautiful. We were understanding each other and communicating with each other. That is the harmony of this relationship. That's the harmony and peace of this connection. That's the love of this connection. And so wherever you are, if you feel like things are kind of falling apart right now, if you feel like there's no communication or there's low communication or you're irritated or annoyed by their communication, just know, just keep holding space, just keep holding compassion and love within your heart. Like, I feel completely at peace right now. I don't like what he's going through. I feel his pain. I'm just holding so much love for him and so much compassion for him. I don't want him to feel any pain, but I know that I can't fix this for him. He has to love himself first, just like you have to love yourself first. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. That cycle has to close. You have to love yourself first. Both of you. Both of you. And even if you have to take some time apart, that's where you hold space for one another. That's where this love exists. You guys are not separate. That's what you have to understand. You're never separate from one another because you're always connected through this love. That undercurrent of love that we always talk about, it is always existing between you. That infinity sign, that is like a cord between you two. The constant flow of energy, the constant flow of love, that can't be broken. That connection can't be broken. There's too much chemistry there. There's too much chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Now, this is not the chemistry of the typical relationship that you might have known before in the 3D. This is the chemistry of this connection. This is the chemistry of the spiritual nature of this connection. This is that chemistry of divine love, that pure love. It's also sexual attraction that might be kind of like creating like a haze, I guess, around you guys. But that's chemistry. That's the chemistry that you're feeling, because this connection is felt on all levels, all of it. Spiritual, physical, sexual, mental, and intellectual, physical, like it's felt on all levels. That is the depth of this connection. But that's also what is so scary. And it's scary for the divine masculines. It's been scary for the divine feminines because of the intensity of the emotions. It can be scary. This journey just completely upends everything. It shifts your consciousness. It changes your life. And that can be frightening as well. But that's where you have to be open to each other. That's where you have to have this communication. Okay. I think let's get another romance angel. Actually, let's use... I'm going to use the angel answers and see if there's any guidance. If there's anything that we need to know. And then I'll just pull something from my lyrics deck. Spirit, any guidance. We have listen to your intuition. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust the love. See, this is the difference between the ego and the heart. The ego likes to live in that fear. The ego likes to live in that self-preservation, survival mode. And by living in that self-preservation, survival mode, that is where the ego, how do I say this? That's where the ego restricts you. That's where that, my desk is a mess right now. That's where this energy comes from. This guarded energy comes from. This blocks the flow of love. This is where that resistance is coming from. This is where that control is coming from. This is where the power struggles are coming from. It's coming from this energy because you're not trusting your intuition. You're not open to the flow. When you're listening to your intuition, that's when you're truly open to the flow. And that's when this takes place. This healing energy takes place. This shift in consciousness to become more stable, to become more grounded. Okay, let's get one more. Is this resonating with you guys? Is this all making sense? Do I need to clarify anything? I'm not getting any timing cards. Anything else? Well, the romance card just flew out. I can't help but laugh whenever this comes out. It's just like, come on, Spirit, like, stop toying with us. Right? Like, I don't know what to say. I mean, there might be romance outside of this connection for you guys. Be open. Like, I'm blushing, you guys. Like, be open to that. There could be romance within this connection. Who knows? Maybe something can shift. Maybe that is what this healing energy, this awakening, when we were talking, remember, I think we were talking about commitment. Maybe that is where that's coming from. But there also could be open to romance outside of this connection. You know, You have to be open to everything. You have to be open to everything. Also, romance yourself. I am planning to cook myself a really lovely dinner. I have flowers, I have candles. Don't be afraid to romance yourself, to take care of yourself in the ways that you need to be, in the ways that you want to manifest somebody to do that for you. But also, I date myself. Yeah, take yourself to the movies, take yourself out, do the things that you want to do, go travel, do the things that you want to do because, yes, you want to do it with a partner. Yes, you want to share your life with a partner, but you loving yourself first is really truly embracing romancing yourself, loving yourself in all areas of your life as well. But also be open to other suitors, other partners. Always be open. If it doesn't feel right, you don't have to do anything. If it doesn't feel right, like for me, there's nobody but my divine counterpart. I'm an idiot for him. Like I just am. I'm very committed to him. I'm very committed to us. But I also know that romance is, at least for now, possibly forever, off the table. And I understand that and I respect that. So I have to be open to, if I want that romance in my life, which I do, number one, romance myself. Number two, be open. Be open to the possibility. That's what being in the divine feminine energy really is. It's about trusting. It's about trusting the divine. It's about trusting life itself. It's about trusting timing. It's about allowing things to unfold. That is that receptive energy. That's the flow energy. Just being open to whatever comes. Whatever comes. All right, let's get mute. Do we want music or do we want a message from your divine counterpart? How about both? What time is it? Yeah, we have 10 minutes. How about both? What does your divine counterpart want to say to you? Masculine or feminine, take it as it's resonating for you. What does your divine counterpart want to say to you? Two messages flew out. Well, this kind of goes hand in hand. And I'm going to take the bottom of the deck too because they're in that too. Okay, they're calling me too. The first two cards that came out was you bring light to my darkness. Remember when we were saying how, God, I go crazy when I channel. I don't remember anything. Remember when we were saying in the beginning something about how the divine feminine just brings that peace and that happiness and that joy. Like you bring that to each other. It's not just the divine feminine bringing that to the divine masculine. The divine masculine brings that to the divine feminine. The divine masculine brings stability, security, happiness, joy. Like you bring it to each other. You bring it to each other. But that's this energy here. You bring light to my darkness. You light up their world. You light up each other's world. You found me when no one else could see me. You see each other, you see the truth of each other. And that is what can be so intimidating. What was at the bottom of the deck was the intensity of this connection both allures me and frightens me. The intensity, the love that is felt between you two can be frightening because you've never experienced the depth of this before. This is pure love. This is not controlling. This is not manipulative. This is not what you had experienced in the past relationships where there were expectations, there was non-acceptance. This is pure love. This is pure love that you have for each other. And it calls for you to trust. It calls for you to trust yourself. It calls for you to trust this connection. It calls for you to trust one another. And that is the magnetism of this connection. And it also is what can be a little bit scary. And that's what causes you to withdraw. That's what causes the space to be had because the energetic attraction, the energy between you two is so strong. It's so strong. And it's not just like the sexual attraction. It's the energy between you two. It's the chakras that are aligning. And that energy, that power between you two, it's just so strong and so intoxicating that sometimes you do need space from each other to process, to heal, to grow. But you see each other. You see each other in a way that nobody has ever seen you. You see beneath the masks. You see beneath the illusions. And that can also be scary. That can also be scary because here you are vulnerable. Another person, possibly, you just met, possibly having just met each other, just known each other, and they see you. They see you for all that you are. They see you for the heart that you are. They see you for the truth that you are. They see the best and the worst of you. And even if they see the worst of you, they still love you because they always see the best of you. Even if you're showing them the worst of you, they always see the best of you. That is this pure divine love. We see right through each other. Yep. That's exactly what it is. You see past all the bullshit. You see past all the life experiences. We've channeled this on readings before. You see the past, even past lifetimes. You see the past, you see the present, and you see the future. Time does not exist within this connection. All timelines and all dimensions merge within this connection. You see them as the little boy or girl that they were, even going back further into past lifetimes. But in this incarnation, you see them as the past little boy or girl that they were. You see them as the present, and you see them for who they could be, and you accept them at the very same time and all those facets. At the very same time, you love them for the past, for the present, and for the future, for who they could be. You love them for all of it at the very same time. That is what this connection truly is about, but it can be frightening. It can be frightening. At the same time, they're also afraid of losing you. Or you could be afraid of losing them, afraid of losing this connection. Also afraid of losing this, because for the first time, they're understanding this love. For the first time, they're experiencing this love. And understand, when I say they, this is you as well. This is for both counterparts. You are understanding this love. You're experiencing this love for the very first time. He woke me up. I said that, Lori. I said that to my divine. We were going through something this past week, and I said that to my divine counterpart, that he woke me up, and not in a way of like, oh, you woke me up and healed me, blah, blah, blah. No, I did that shit myself. But he woke me up to a different level of love. I knew what love was, but he woke me up to a different level of it. And that's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this connection is. They wake you up and you wake them up, even if they're not ready to admit it. You wake them up to a different level of love. It transcends time and space. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Kay. Yep. It's a different level of love, a new depth of love. It's not like you go looking for this kind of love. It's not like you expect this kind of love. It just kind of wakes you up and hits you. And it's the depth of this love, the depth of this connection that wakes you up. That's what this does. That's what this connection is all about. That's what the spiritual nature of this connection is all about. Now he's waking up, so I know he's struggling. Yep. So hold that same space and compassion. Hold that same space and compassion and love for him. Yeah. Waking up is not easy. You guys know, physically when you wake up, it's not easy. You keep hitting that alarm clock. And I feel like that's what's happening, especially for anybody, either divine masculine or divine feminine, who are going through the tower movement now. It's like they keep hitting the alarm clock because they want to go back to sleep, but they really don't, because they want to start their day. But the bed is so comfortable. The bed is so warm. It's so nice. It's so cozy. Their dreams were so nice and so cozy that they don't want to face the day, even as much as they want to. So it's that battle. That's what the battle between the ego and the heart is. It's like, I want to wake up. I want this commitment. I want this connection. I feel this love, but I'm not ready to wake up just yet because it's safe here. I'm comfortable here. I'm not ready yet. That's like, it's that they keep hitting the alarm clock, trying to turn the snooze button on, but it's like, did you guys ever see that commercial or show or whatever where the bed actually just like pops them out of bed? Like, that's the universe. That's this tower moment. The universe is popping them out of bed, waking them up, because they want this. They want this connection. They understand this connection. They love you. They want you in their life. They don't want to lose you. They're afraid of losing you, but it's just their own pain and it's just their own fear. So just keep holding compassion for them. You can't sleep once you're awake. Nope. And the thing that we have to understand too is there are different levels of awakening. Even if you've gone through your awakening before, there's going to be different shifts in consciousness, because each stage of your own soul growth, each stage of your evolution requires a different you, requires a new belief, a new pattern, new story that you tell yourself. And now change the story into one of positivity. Change the story into one that's going to benefit you rather than one that's just going to hold you back. Hence tower moments. Yep. Exactly. Hence tower moments. Okay, guys, we're going to get one card from the lyrics deck and see what we have to say. Maybe we'll use this as guidance. What's going on? Let's get one. Okay, not the whole deck. That's been happening a lot lately. Okay, it's nice to end on this note. Forever yours faithfully by Journey. You guys belong to each other. You guys, space and time cannot ruin this connection. Space and time can't tear this love apart. Whether you're physically with each other or not, the love exists. The love will always exist in that pure divine form. That is what this connection is. That is the spiritual nature of this connection. That is how divine this connection is. You're always one. You're always loving each other. You're always with each other in spirit. That is the beauty of this. And you're loyal to each other and you're faithful to each other. So have faith. It is a journey. It is a journey. It is a journey to trusting this, and it's not always easy, but that's where the faith comes in, to love each other faithfully. Oh, really beautiful. All right, let's see what I'm missing. Kundalini yoga helps. Yes, 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 yes. I'm not a yoga fan. I did yoga in a sunflower patch last week, and I'm not a yoga fan because I don't like how fast it moves, but I love the stretching. I love the meditation. I love the breath work. Endless cycles of awakening and change, beautiful to transform. Yeah, once you feel that transformation inside of you, you realize that all of it was worth it. And the resistance was just holding you back from that transformation. The resistance just, it just holds you back. And once you let go of that resistance and allow yourself to transform, you realize that you don't want to go back to sleep. You don't want to change back because it is so beautiful. So resonated this. Thank you. Oh, Ruth, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yes, keep holding space, beautiful divine feminines. Yep, thank you, Kay. Thank you. All right, you guys, if this did resonate with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back on Wednesday with the Union Energy update, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We have a new week of daily energy draws coming up. We also have the Divine Partnership reading on Friday. Make sure if you missed it, you check out the Divine Partnership reading from last Friday, as well as the weekend update, a really powerful weekend update. Sometimes I do tend to channel ahead. So take the messages when they resonate for you. If the weekend update didn't resonate for you this weekend, it could have been in the past, it could be in the future. So take it as it resonates for you. All right, you guys, I am sending you so much love, so much light. We will be back at the same time next Monday. I really love doing these lives. I really love chatting with you guys. You guys are an amazing community. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your love always. So thank you guys so much for being here, for chatting with me, for sharing your story, and we'll see you soon. Send you so much love, so much light. See you later.